Aren't we
yeah.
supposed to be talking about adrenaline and anxiety? Are you sure that you had an anxiety attack, or are you just pulling
This,
that card?
honestly,
What are you talking
most
about?
wait, let me talk for a second. Honestly, most this might come across like I'm being I don't like you and all this
Surprising.
stuff. You're right, right. I get that, right? But honestly, I just feel sorry for you. I actually do feel sorry for you,
This
Wah,
guy's
but I
wah.
don't
ridiculous.
think you should get another opportunity because you burned these bridges. Like
What
I really
bridges?
think you are going to be banned. Like I believe that you will be
What
banned.
bridges?
Plenty.
With misfits, with the fans, with the entire community. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I made a mistake and I'm facing it face on. You make mistakes and you try and deflect and twist things. We know.
This isn't
We,
like a mistake, though. To be
why
honest,
is
it
Brantley
feels like
still? Why
almost
is Brantley
intentional.
speaking?
Like
Why is Brantley speaking? Quiet,
you
child.
knew that there
Child, be
was a
quiet.
boxing
Child, be
event
quiet.
forever. Like this has been
Child, the
planned.
adults are talking. Stop
Wait,
This
Wait,
has
speaking.
can I,
been
all right, but
why
let
would
me
you
planned.
ask
And
a
call
you're a
my
question.
why would you
boxer,
call
Let
my
me
Mo.
ask a
You're a
girlfriend a
question real
child
quick.
boxer.
who's older than
Oh,
you?
five,
She's
You're a
five
older
people
than
talking
you.
at
boxer,
once.
Wait,
bro.
What are you
wait,
talking
back
about?
on topic
5v1,
though. Back on
5v1.
topic though. Most, when
Yeah,
you say
I'm
most,
still
when you
winning.
say
It's
you're
crazy.
taking it
Pat
face
God,
on,
stop
what does
speaking
that
about
mean to
boxing.
you?
You've never put
Exactly.
gloves
What
on.
are you
Stop
talking
speaking about
about? Face
boxing.
What?
on.
But
Face
what
on
does
but
that
what?
mean to you?
Pat
How are
God,
you
stop
taking
speaking
it
about
face
boxing.
on?
You're a professional online
What are you
talker.
doing to make it
You're a
right, Most? What
professional
are you
I
online
don't
doing
need
to
to be
talker.
make it right?
professional to know what I'm
Pat,
talking about. I
no,
used
Pat
to
God
watch
is a
boxing
professional
till I was
online
13
talker.
years
Stop
old.
speaking to me.
I
right.
know how to fight and I can knock you the out by myself. I don't
Here
really
she
need
goes
help.
getting
I don't
emotional.
need an
She's
anxiety
mad.
attack to
She's
call me
mad.
out.
She's mad.
Mo,
She's mad. She got upset. Look at
But
her acting
most,
out
I'm
all
No,
asking
out of
you a
character.
I'm telling
legitimate
my
question.
Well,
I'm
Pat
like
God, I'd like to answer, but this girl
like
is
this is
screaming
so
like Alexia
funny.
Grace screeching in the corner.
You're
Brandy,
funny. You're
Brandy,
funny.
one sec,
Sandy,
Brandy.
mute
Let
her. She's
Pat God,
acting
let
irate.
Pat God
I'm gonna
She's
see
talk.
act
you in
off,
person.
out of
You ain't gonna do
character.
shit.
All
Exactly.
I'll
right,
see you in person and do
You
what?
have
I
guys,
don't hit
anxiety
women. I
attack.
don't
stop,
hit women.
stop, stop. I
You,
don't
you
All
want
right.
to hit
sound
the
you sound like you're getting a bit
Sandy,
upset,
So
Sandy.
Brandy.
If it
back
It's
gets
okay.
crazy, hit the mute button.
back
I
to
don't know
what
how
I
to do
was
it.
asking Most. So you said that unlike Keemstar, you're quote unquote confronting your mistake. So what are you doing right now to confront this mistake? How are you trying to make things better?
Well, I put out that statement and I stuck by it by starting my own space and speaking to every single person. Good opinions, bad opinions, or whatever it is. And Sandy was their co-host, and so he can tell you I did do that. Everyone that had an opinion, they got their question answered. Honestly, regardless of if they was up there dogging me for 5 minutes straight, I still sat there and maturely answered their question. And that's me standing by that part of my statement. Furthermore, I'm still handling everything behind the scenes. I spoke to Mams already. I spoke to other people at Misfits already, still trying to sort everything out with those people. I spoke to Fox. I spoke to Coach, which is Fox's coach, for anyone that doesn't know. I've spoken to everyone behind the scenes. I'm trying to get shit sorted out. So, and then furthermore, I'm going to come on my path to redemption. So, yes, I'm sorting everything out.
Okay.
But
That's
yeah,
and one more
that's to answer that
question.
question.
Do you, Most Wanted, think you deserve to fight on a Misfits card again in the future?
Not next, no, but in the future, if I do everything how I plan to do it, and actually like go on a proper path to redemption, get wins together on other promotions, prove that I will actually show up to fight. Because obviously I broke, like you said, I did break that trust with all the fans. So I'm gonna go ahead and prove that I actually will be able to fight. Like three, 4 fights, or however many fights it takes on other promotions, get wins under my belt, get more noise going on behind my name, um, with promotion and wins, and build everything back up. Then yes, I do
All
believe
right,
I deserve a shot back on the
I gotta
prelims.
respond to this. I gotta respond to this because it's so fucking. It's actually like hilarious, right?
That's
Because
fine.
everyone here, right, has a normal brain. Everybody listening has a normal brain, right? And let's think about an individual, right, that doesn't do the walkout, doesn't come to the ring after being the main event of a major, fight on the zone, all right? That person you would not see online for at least bare minimum a month, right? They would go, they would get the help that they need, they would seek some type of health. This dude is online on a Twitter space on a Monday night. The fight was on Saturday, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You're a fraud. You're not a real fucking person. You're a clout chasing fucking weirdo. Be real.
What should I be, real like Anthony Taylor, your favorite fighter? Should I be
You
like
should
him?
be ashamed. You should actually be
So
ashamed.
what?
A
Should I have
normal
taken a break from the
person
internet?
would be ashamed. A
I am.
normal person,
Keem,
a
Keem,
normal human would be ashamed.
can I respond? Okay, great. I mean, I am ashamed. I'm embarrassed by everything that happened. I'm not, like I said, I'm not shying away from it. I just explained that I was talking to a bunch of people that were dogging me for 5 minutes straight. Each person was And there's a bunch of people that can attest to it because they were in the space before you started this one. I'm not hiding from it. I am ashamed. I am embarrassed. I made a huge mistake on a big platform in front of a bunch of people, like you said. But what I'm not going to do is I'm going to sit there and take a break from the internet for a month and ruin any chances of me fixing it. No, I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. I'm going to go ahead and fix my mistakes, apologize, take accountability, and try and redeem myself, which is the correct thing to do. And you're sitting here saying that me trying to do the right thing, I must have a broken brain. Like, yeah, I made a mistake. I fucked up big time in that scenario, but you're acting as if me making it right, I'm doing something wrong. And I think that's maybe where you have a disconnect from people that fight. I
Nah,
also, real quick,
nah,
Hassim,
nah,
real quick,
nah.
hold on,
Most,
Hassim.
most.
Hold
Hold
on,
on, hold
Hassim,
on.
hold
Let
on,
me say
Hassim.
something real
No,
quick.
let me finish my point and then I'll let
Go
you
ahead,
go.
go ahead.
And Keem would rather have me be real. Keem would rather sit there on a separate point. Keem would rather sit there and speak about me not having a normal functioning brain because I'm trying to make shit right for the fans. Bro, Keem, all I'm trying to do is trying to redeem myself for the mistake that I made. And you're sitting here saying that my brain is not working correctly. So can you explain to me how what I'm trying to do is wrong or not
Well,
correct or weird?
I'm gonna let Hasim go,
Yeah,
but
let me go real quick, man.
before I do, I just want to say this one thing. Bro, do you think you're gonna redeem yourself in a fucking Twitter space? Because you're not.
No
You're
one said
not.
that I was what?
You're
I
I
just
not.
said
was
I need
just
to
about
redeem
to ask,
myself with
like,
fights.
You're
I
gonna
just said
have
I'm
to
gonna
go
redeem
redeem
myself with fights.
yourself on a very small fucking card on a different promotion.
I just said
Going.
that.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to go do that. We don't want to see you
I
in a
just
Twitter
said that.
space. We don't like you. You fucked up our event, bro. Go
Yo,
ahead, Hasim.
Keem, you don't speak for the people. You never have. Everyone always
Yes, I
disagrees with your
do.
takes.
Yes, I
Everyone
do.
always disagrees with your
Everyone is
takes.
mad at you. I speak for the fucking people. No one is
We
on your
all can
side.
agree, bro. You
Everyone is
fucked it
mad
up,
at
What
bro.
do
you.
you mean
We
we
all
all
can
can
agree on that,
agree?
bro.
Can I
We'll go
go?
to Hasim. Let's go to Hasim.
everyone putting
Okay.
100s.
Let's go to Hasim. He
Okay.
has to say.
All the people you let on stage are putting 100s. Oh no. Anyway, Hassim, go
Everyone
ahead.
No,
else,
but most,
scroll down a little bit.
Look,
why are you even trying to fight back against us all saying that you ruined the event? This is where you're supposed to just say, yes, I know I ruined it. Like, that's all you have to say. That's you taking accountability and facing it forward, not deflecting that, bro.
Wait, Mose.
No,
Don't respond.
I'm
I
not
want to go
taking
let Hasim go. Go ahead, Hasim.
everybody know me and Keem. We got our history, whatever. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. But this right here, Keem, do not miss. There's no way you should even be anywhere near Twitter space. This is what the problem was during the build up to the fight. You Fox wasn't on no Twitter Spaces. Even Hero wasn't on no Twitter Spaces. And I understand this is how you built your following. This is how you got to the space in the first place. But that's the problem. You did so much talking and didn't know. Literally did not do the walking. Your problem came from this. Your. I'm not gonna say it's an addiction, but it's something you love to do. Is talk on Twitter Spaces.
Do you think
You
that the
need to
doing
hold on,
Twitter
hold on. Let
spaces
me
in the
finish.
build up?
Let me
Okay,
finish.
go ahead.
I'm not saying you need to go run and hide. I'm not saying none of that. But you definitely need to reflect. Not only did you waste DAZN's time and money, not only did you waste Misfits' time and money, all the fighters on the card's time and money, but you put a bad mark on boxing in general. All the fans that came, people who flew in, people who rearranged their schedules, missed times away from their family. There's way more people that was affected than you think. And with this, for you to come on and to have the balls to host Twitter Spaces again after you just wasted everybody's money and time, after we all sat here and listened to you for months on end, actually at this point years on end, it's a slap in the face to all of us. It's literally a slap in the face, like, oh, I'm just gonna go back to doing what I was doing, and nobody's gonna stop me, and I'm gonna get another chance, and I'm gonna do it right next time. What the what? What? That's completely
So do you
zero.
think
That
that
that's
me
to take.
doing
Hold on. But I haven't heard you take accountability one time. You've
that's
taken
completely
zero. Hold
crazy?
on. Listen. You've
This guy has
taken. You've
selective hearing.
taken.
No, you just have selective hearing then. That's
I
fine.
don't have selective hearing.
Yes, you do.
No, you've not taken any mature, realistic responsibility, accountability
You
for
have
your
selective
actions
hearing, like I
because
said. You definitely do.
you're coming onto spaces just doing the same thing that you were doing
No, you just
that
have
led up
selective
to
hearing.
this.
No, you just have
This is
selective
why
hearing. That's
you
fine.
didn't I'm telling you, this is
Yo,
why
Mos, who are you
you were
talking
in
to?
this is why you were in the position you were in. You need to take some time for real, cause I don't have nothing against you, Most. You know, I was the very first person to talk to you. You know that, so you know I don't have nothing against you at all. I don't have a dog in this race. But I'm telling you, as someone who's been in your shoes before, I'm telling you, you need to take some time and reflect and
Yeah,
not come up with these
bro,
these
that's fine, and I
AI
agree with that.
answers. No, no, bro, listen. You're not reflecting. You're not reflecting and seeing how you
I'm
damage.
responding to what you just said to me. It's a
Hasim,
conversation, no?
Hasim, let me piggyback this,
Go
right?
ahead,
So
Q.
can I not respond to
We
him first?
real quick, let me just add this one point, Most.
Right.
We can have compassion for the anxiety. We can have compassion for you not wanting to make that ring walk. Where we lose our minds and we fucking just see hatred towards you is when you're in here saying, I'm going to take accountability in a Twitter space and I'm going to be back and I'm going to fix my mistakes. Bro, no, no, we don't want to see you back. Nobody wants to see you back. No one wants to see you on another card again. You're going to have to earn that somehow, some way. You have to figure that fucking out. It's not going to be in a Twitter space. It is not going to be in a Twitter space. Do you understand? You need to understand that.
You need to understand that you don't have a clue what I'm doing. And also, before you distract me from actually responding to how Hassim puts things, because Hassim is actually, a good at orating opinions, whereas you're drunk right now, which is fine. But look, to piggyback off what Hassim said, with the I haven't seen you taking accountability, like that's fine. I understand that. You like I said, maybe I shouldn't have said you have selective hearing, but I definitely have, bro. I definitely have. Matter of fact, that's maybe what you missed, is that the point of me starting that space was for me to take accountability from straight face on in public. I'm not gonna sit here and take accountability by sitting in my room ignoring my phone like a bunch of people told me to. I've actually been replying to people. I've actually been talking to people in Twitter spaces, hearing their frustrations and responding very, very maturely. Like I said, Sandy was in that space, hearing me talk about it. Ebs was in my space, hearing me talk to these people. There was people that dogged me out for 5 minutes. Sandy, please unmute and tell these people. People that sat there and dogged me out for 5 minutes,
Yeah,
and I
they
responded very maturely, and I apologized for wasting their time, etc., etc. So for me to hear that I've not taken accountability was quite frustrating. But like Hassim, you weren't
that
in that space, so I shouldn't have responded to you in the way that I did. But
I
Sandy, go
will
on.
I will say that that is the main reason that he was in that space, for people were coming up asking questions. And he did answer them, obviously respectfully. He wasn't trying to get angry at them or shout at them or anything like that, or
And I
fight
took
back.
accountability every time, didn't I? Not did I not?
Well, any criticism he got, he took accountability for it, and he didn't
Accountability
he didn't
how?
he
Like
Like what is taking
as in
accountability?
as in
Oh,
just
he
now he
now
now he
he
doesn't know
did.
what taking
right,
accountability looks
right,
like.
as
Okay,
in
He
he
see,
did
do you see
Well,
what I'm
that.
what is
saying? This
it?
Keem,
What is it?
this
You
Keem
Right,
star
explain it
guy
to
is just a
me.
bitch, fam.
right.
I swear
You
In
down,
that
he's
explain it
drunk
to
right
me.
now.
What is
He's literally drunk. He
accountability? I
just
want to
admitted
know
he
what
was
in that
drunk 5 minutes
space,
ago.
accountability
in
is.
that space, when he
He
got
admitted
grilled,
to being
saying
drunk 5 minutes ago.
you ruined the whole event, he did turn around and say, "Yes, I did do that." That was him taking accountability in that space. He
Okay,
did.
so what are you gonna do to fix it?
Well, Keem, I'm not exactly a fucking. What do you? Man said, "What are you gonna do to fix it?" I can't do anything to fix it other than just continue to take accountability, continue to
Okay,
apologize to
so you're
people.
not taking accountability. All right,
But
bet.
What, you want me
I
to
mean,
pay people
technically, I
back?
will say technically
What
he
the fuck
did
does he
take
want me to do? Is
accountability
this guy fucking
earlier because
stupid?
I did
Are you
listen
drunk?
to him.
Are you drunk? He is drunk. He admitted to it, bro. How am I
I
gonna
will
fix
say
it,
that
Keem?
he
What would you? No, no,
did
no, wait,
admit,
Brantley,
like
hold
he
on.
did
If
say
I
How
were
am I gonna
you,
fix
an
it?
if I were
account to
you,
it.
I would be working every single Misfits event as fucking, I don't know, card girl, fucking
Oh my
working
gosh.
corners, water boy, whatever the fuck you have to do, bro. You want to
Well,
take real accountability?
Keem,
Actually
you
do
you
something.
fucking moron.
Because
You fucking
everyone
moron.
in this space is
Keem,
so
you fucking
sick of the
moron.
words that come out of your fucking mouth because they mean
I
nothing.
mean, obviously
Your
he did.
words mean absolutely
So
nothing.
you
He
want me to
You
he
you
have
want me to work off
lost
my debt?
all
I offered to do
credibility.
that. I already
You want to
offered to
take
work off my debts to
accountability?
Misfits.
Actually,
I
do
already offered to work
something.
off my debts to Misfits, and I
Do
already offered to work off
something.
my debts to Misfits.
Dan,
Keem, wait,
he did
Brantley,
take
hold on.
accountability a little bit earlier. I did hear him say, he was like, "Yeah, I fucked up, blah blah blah." Yeah. And Dan does have a point.
Well,
No,
You
but
gotta,
but Brantley,
you gotta
let
show
me
it. You
say
know what I'm
this.
saying? You gotta like
Brantley,
prove
I've
your
been showed
worth.
it. I've been showed it, but Keem doesn't like me, and he's been coming for me. So of course I'm gonna take,
Well,
get my back
I
up for
mean,
My
that.
he's
But
got a
my
let me say this.
he's got a right.
Let me say this. If I was, I spoke to Mams and I offered to work off my debts. I offered to, bro. Furthermore, Keem, if I was to say something along the lines of "Let me work someone's corner," "Let me be water boy," "Let me be the ring girl," or some shit, or the carry the round sign, you would literally call that a clout move straight away. So I don't know why I was just sitting here.
Well, you got
You
to
just
do something.
sound
You
like
got to figure it
drunk. I
out.
know you are
And
drunk.
listen, it is true that I don't like you, but I don't like you for multiple different reasons. You lying,
No,
you
you don't like me because
manipulating,
I
you
win every
starting
argument we get into because
drama,
you're easy to
you
make look
fucking
dumb.
scamming people, and you just scammed all the
You're really
fucking
easy to
fans.
make look
So
dumb.
guess who was proven right by you not coming
You
out to
know,
the ring?
you've scammed your fans too. I guess we
Keemstar.
have that in common, huh?
You made me a legend because I warned everybody about Most Wanted. And when you didn't come out of the fucking like out of the back into the ring, you gave me a giant W. Everyone said, oh shit, Keem
That's
was
fine.
right about Most
Keemstar's
Wanted.
wins is everyone
Oh
else's
shit,
downfall.
Keem was
Sounds
right
like a
about
real cool
Most
guy.
Wanted. That's what you did. That
SM
should hurt
knows.
you more than
Dean and the
fucking
listeners
anything.
knows.
You gave me a
Everyone knows.
giant
Keemstar's wins
fucking
is other people's
W.
downfalls. Dean and the listeners
You
knows.
gave me a
SM on the stage
giant
knows.
W.
We all know.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It was a,
All good, man. How you doing?
it was a good week.
Hope you.
It was a good weekend. Look, um, I take responsibility. I should. I had a purpose. Everything has a purpose. I got it wrong on this one. Of course, I feel let down by most, and he definitely would have to go prove himself. And look, I'm all about second chances if someone redeems themselves, and you never know what happens. So you never say never, you know? But at the end of the day, it's boxing. You commit to box. I understand there's anxiety. I've had nerves and anxiety myself in different situations, but if you're committing and you make a deal and your main event, you've got to do everything you can to overcome that. Now, if he was unable to and that was genuine, then at this point I agree with what Keem said in terms of he's got to show um, that he actually has remorse for it and wants to overcome it. More than remorse, it's more like, let me overcome this problem. If this is a genuine problem, let me make sure if I want to box again, um, I don't ever put myself or anyone else in that situation again. And he's committed that after the space that he was in tonight, that he won't be on spaces for 6 months. He's committed that to me. That he will be training and doing fighting on other cards and doing what he has to. And look, if a positive comes from this and he grows as a human being and becomes a better person, better structure, better routine, and does things that improves him as a human being, then all of this was worth it. And as much as I feel like I've let everyone down with my choice in that main event, I did have a reason for it. And the reason, and I was really transparent with everyone about the reason. It was, I wanted Fox to have an opportunity to shine, go against two people. I knew he would likely win that fight regardless. And I told Most that as well. But I said to Most, if you train hard, and you can be the person that stops Fox from shining. For business, I wanted Fox to shine. I'm being completely transparent and honest, right? For business, I wanted that. And Most and Evil are obviously, that maybe they have potential, maybe they don't, I don't know. But they weren't the toughest challenges, but it was still 2 versus 1. And I was transparent with them. I said, look, but but it's boxing, you never know what, if you train hard, you can do something special here as well. And your main event, and that's a story, you're a small creator who's supported Misfits from the start. I gave him an opportunity. um yeah, I couldn't listen. We the bomb threat stuff, we told the police beforehand that this is possibly something that's going to happen. We spoke to the sheriff, we spoke to the department, and they understood it. but they still somehow said they believe that it is a prank, but even on the off chance that 1% it's not, they have to. And it's a small town. So it's not like in Wembley Arena and places like that, they're used to getting at least one or two bomb threats every single concert that goes on, every show, boxing matches and everything. And they deal with it because they can check the validity of it. And obviously people get in trouble for that kind of hoax and prank anyway, which we will, we're ourselves, the zone, are cooperating with the FBI and the police department there and other experts in that field, and this will be dealt with swiftly and sternly. Um, it's really selfish to do that shit. It's fucking crazy, to do that. But at the end of the day, what I took pride in is that we managed to somehow bring the show back, and 70% of the audience stuck around, and Misfits is known for that. No matter what, who pulls out, what happens, we always put the show on. And I hope that continues, no matter what challenges come up. Um, but yeah, of course, to top off an already bizarre night, Wade's right. There was some disrespect. Chris Avia, I understand the point because these guys are meant to fight. They have adrenaline dumps, and they're delayed by an hour and a half, and all this stuff. So for him, he was very frustrated. I was speaking to his manager throughout. There was a point where he was almost not going to fight. And these things happen, and in the heat of the and one of the judges gave the fight to Botswick, and I had it personally 3 rounds to 1, maybe 4 rounds to 0. I think Jake was affected by that whole situation too, and I feel so bad for the fighters because this kind of shit can fuck with you. And obviously, Most Wanted might have, that might have supplemented whatever anxiety he was already feeling. Um, and the Aiden Ross thing, look, I don't know, but that's not that relevant to me right now. I think overall, yeah, it was the 13th event. Some people think 13 is unlucky. We had some fucking bad luck. It was a bad day at the office. We've had some really good days at the office though. And the most important thing is I learned from this. Misfits learns from this. There were so many things wrong with it. Chris Avia afterwards said, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean that." I wish he would put that on his social media too. He's like, I was emotional and I was pissed off at the judge and I was pissed off that I had to wait and I'm sorry. So, we shook hands on that. Um, Alexia Grace, unacceptable to be that much of a sore loser. I wasn't happy with her reaction. She lost that fight. I think the majority of people agree with that. And again, you're fighting and the emotions are heightened. I understand that. But I think my kindness has been taken for weakness a little bit too much. So at this point, I'm going to have to be a little bit more stern, and show people, yes, I'm understanding, I'm a human being, I can relate to situations and feelings, but also don't fuck with us, you know and that's going to be how we're going to carry the energy forward. um Most, let's see what he does, man. He's committed to me that he's going to stay away from spaces, he's going to train, he's going to take a look at his own life and things that have caused him to get into so many situations. Listen, throughout his camp, I don't know, I would be like, are you training? You're always on spaces. Are you fucking training hard? Are you preparing? This is the biggest night of your life. And he assured me he was. And I would say to him, look, why are you getting into arguments in spaces with random people, calling them this and that? That's not. Can you imagine if John Cena was doing that? Our space is different. I'll give us that, right? But I've tried to guide him to compose himself as someone who's going to be in a main event. And I think this I pray and I hope that this was the best thing to ever happen to him. It's something he's going to have to live with. If he doesn't redeem himself, it will sting for the rest of his life. No matter Aiden, no Aiden, whatever it is, um, when you go to sleep at night, that was a fucking moment that you had. But he can make this better and he can come out of this a better human being. And if he trains hard, he can go and box and fight on other promotions. And and then at that point, there's conversations that can be had. But certainly for now, we're going to have a much stricter vetting process, and go back to the basics of what people love about Misfits, and that's it. But to anyone who felt let down, I can only apologize. A lot of it was out of my control. The stuff that was in my control, like fighter selection and stuff, like I said, I'm definitely gonna go back to the drawing board on a couple of things like that. So that's pretty much it.
That kid hasn't learned a
Right.
thing. He came in here just talk shit the whole time and had excuses and everything else. He should be banned until he goes and proves himself. It's that simple. Go ahead, coach.
Hey man, yeah. Now I just wanted to say something real quick because I know the space has been all about most, and Fox probably going to get a bit funny about this. But look, I just think Fox still needs to get his flowers. Like the kid's 18, and he grew up with all of us. I met him on Misfits One. I was already subscribed to his channel actually. His weird videos used to come up, and I found them funny. But like the kid's grown, and Mams, thank you for giving him the opportunity to be a main event, and all of the things that happened on before the fight. With the SWAT team turning up and whatnot, with the bomb scare, he didn't let it get to him, man. And I just, it couldn't have gone worse for him. Like the event couldn't have gone any worse for Fox, and he handled it so well, man. At 18, and I think everyone on here can agree that this kid's going to be a future star. Already is in his own right, and I just want to say I'm proud of him, man.
100%, 100%. I mean, listen, I saw that before he boxed. I saw that when he boxed. We all saw that, with Spartan. And it would have been great to see him at least have an opportunity to do what he trained to do. But we move on, and there'll be other opportunities. There'll be other nights. But full props to you, Fox. You absolutely turned up. You took it seriously. You trained, and you did your thing. And I don't know. I heard something about Evil Hero saying that I told him to get in and take a shot and quit.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about that, man. There's a rumor going around. So Evil Hero apparently went to somebody and said, "Mams literally just paid me to do that," as in hinting
Let me
you
tell you
him
something.
to
You
take
can't
the.
you can't do that in a boxing match against Fox, man, because he's looking to knock you out
but
with one
but
shot anyway. So
Coach, were you in
it ain't
the
gonna
were
happen.
you in the room when I was speaking to Evil Hero?
Yes, I was. Yep.
Did you hear me say anything like that
Not
to
at
him?
all. Not at all.
What
The thing is, look,
what did
at the end,
what he negotiated and said?
he
I'll.
wanted 2 minute rounds.
He
That's all
wanted
he
two
wanted.
minute
I
rounds.
believe. I believe he went
Uh-huh.
up to. Do you know Poseidon's workshop, Mams?
Yes.
I believe Evil Hero walked up to him and said, "I can't believe Mams just paid me to do that," as in hinting the dive kind of thing, like
He
take
wanted. All he
loss.
said was
Bro,
he wanted 2 minute rounds. I remember that, and I tried negotiating with Mams and him to because we wanted three, and he wanted two because he obviously fair enough. He
He didn't want to
expected a
fight
partner.
at
Yep,
first, and
but he wanted a partner.
I didn't want to. I said to him, "It's up to you. This is what it is, and you can do the 2 minute rounds. This is a moment
Hmm.
you have. You don't have. If you don't want to do it, I don't want to be responsible for him saying, 'Hey, I didn't want to do this. I didn't sign up for this,' and him getting hurt or something. You know. So you can't force someone to box. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's the nature of the business. Fortunately or unfortunately, but but yeah, I certainly wouldn't say that. I didn't say that, and if it's proven, if he does say that uh, publicly, I would like to. I'd love him to say that to me because he knows that I would never say something like that.
Yeah,
So
I think it just got to him. Like, if you guys like, again, you got to look at all the scenarios that led up to that. Fight week. He had a couple of occasions of us, and Fox told him that he was going to go for him, and he obviously seen Fox's previous fight. That's all he's got to go off. A knockout loss Jay had, which was quite bad, and then his partner's pulling out last minute. It's hard, man. But and Fox is coming out to kill you. So yeah, taking a knee, isn't something that's going to really help because Fox is still going to try and knock you out. And you saw, listen, Evil tried to throw his shots and he just got caught by a couple of good ones and didn't want any more of it. That's all that was.
yeah, I don't know. The rest is nonsense. I'm not going to entertain it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone believes that
I
take
think he was
anyway.
embarrassed, and
Yeah,
you
of
say
course.
what you want. I don't know, but anyway, look, it's something we all learn from and we move on, and I can't wait for future announcements, and I'm gonna tweak a couple of cards in lieu of what happened, and that's it. And I see some small creators saying, look, this is the whole thing. If you're a small creator, this is Misfits. For now, these shows that we have, become a big creator. That's it. You know, and in the future, will we do other shows that will be more for more novices and that kind of thing, to get an opportunity to be on Misfits? Yes, but I'm gonna bring the prestige back and make it a fucking honor to be on the show, because you know what, the amount of work that I do personally, sometimes make the biggest sacrifices, 18-hour days on pretty regularly, where I'm on the phone. I don't want to be on the phone all the time, but I'm on the phone. I'm trying to think of ideas. I'm having discussions with this one and that one, and so on. The rest of the team work extremely hard as well. So at the end of the day, we've created something magical and really cool. And if people take it for granted in any way, then they don't belong there. Because we don't take them fighting for granted. We don't treat people who fight on our cards like meat, like other organizations do. We treat them like human beings. We take pride in that. And some of them don't appreciate it, then they don't belong on the cards.
Straight up clowns, dude. How many people are personalities in this influencer boxing space that live in these spaces that are just complete frauds? You got Most Wanted, Krista, Wayne, like all these fucking jokes, bro. Like we need to get like real fucking people running these spaces on Twitter. I'm done with it at this point. But we need other people, right? Because there was this illusion that there was this small content creator, um influencers in Misfits. There was this illusion, but really, what is it? It's a space with like fucking 40 people listening. Like, Most Wanted isn't a small creator. Most Wanted isn't even a fucking creator. No one would consider him a fucking creator,
But
right?
Keem,
So I
Keem,
think everybody needs to man up on every fucking corner,
right,
not just the fighters, but also the community.
coming off that, Keem, have you seen what AT has been organizing recently?
I did have a missed call from him today. I'm not really sure, but I did see a tweet, something about a Gotti or some.
Right,
Well, I
it's
don't.
he's doing a creator fight league thing to funnel small creators to bigger platforms to let other people have a chance to have their chances to shine, for example, and help each other grow as a whole rather than individually.
I'd have to look more in it before I give my opinion on it, but
But
it
yeah,
sounds
it's best.
stupid.
I think it would be best to speak to him directly and get more from him directly.
I
I
think
just want to.
Fox the G has been trying to speak this whole time.
No, no, no. It's all good. It's all good. I was just gonna say thank you for the words to Coach and Mams. I appreciate it.
I just want to see more people with actual fans in the space, right? Like, if you have fans, right? Like, you tweet something out and your fans respond like, hell yeah. Like, people with real fans, right? You uploaded some videos and they watch your content and they leave comments and stuff. I want to see more of those people involved, right? Like, I just keep seeing people in this space. And I'm not just criticizing Misfits, but also like Aiden's thing. Like, who the fuck are these people? I don't know any of these people. That's not the influencer boxing that I know. Like,
I was saying the same stuff whenever I was watching it. I was like, I don't know any of these people. Like, even the fight that got, whenever the swatting happened, it got like ruined. Like, what's gonna happen with that, ma'ams? What's going on with that?
oh yeah, that's a good question.
Well, yeah, I was really looking forward to that, and at that point, I was speaking to the sergeant of the swatting team, so I was like bummed because that was one of my favorite fights. But yeah, obviously we're gonna run that back. Obviously, we have to run that back. That
And
there's no
I
winner
was
in that one.
also I was also wanting to piggyback off of what Ma'am said when he was saying all this is gonna build man or Most Wanted's character. It's gonna make him more of who he is supposed to be, you know? It's gonna mature him if he proves himself, right? And everyone was putting 100s. Everyone was agreeing. So even the people that don't even like him want to see him do better, want to see him thrive, want to see him show us wrong, show us that we're wrong,
Y-
you know?
Yeah, you're right. Look, that's up to him now. I don't know that that's gonna happen. I don't know it's not gonna happen. But now, the life decisions he makes are his own, and he's got to. It's let's see how it goes. I want to have faith and always see the good in people, because none of us are 100% good or 100% bad. And and if he can tune into that side of himself and actually really take accountability and responsibility and take a look in the mirror. Look, I've had moments in my life where I've been like, who the fuck am I? Do I want to be this person? And and it's made me want to be a better person. So if that's what this is, it's an opportunity. And if he doesn't learn from this experience, he'll repeat it in some other form, and then life will keep beating him up. So it's a pivotal moment for him.
Even Coach
DT.
was saying that you need to bring God above everything. Because once you fear God, you're not going to fear anything else. You're not, because you fear Him.
Okay.
So you
Okay,
put Him
Brent.
above. If he just put faith in something stronger than Him, he will achieve the most that he will ever think he could achieve. I promise you that.